Hi and welcome to another tutorial in Python for Beginner series. In case you haven't watched the last tutorial, please watch it and then continue watching. Alright, now let's jump in and get started. In this tutorial, we are going to take a closer look at lists. So I am going to define a list of companies. Companies equals Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon and Facebook. So if we print this list here, what it looks like is exactly what we defined. So we have our square brackets. In between these square brackets, we have our items. So we have 5 strings in this list. So we can access an individual element using an index, like how we can access an individual character in a string using an index. So here we type out the square brackets and specify the index. So the index of the first item in the list is 0. So let's run this program and we get apple. So if you want to print out the fourth element in the list, its index is 3. So companies of 3 returns Amazon. So we can also pass a negative index here. So -1 refers to the last item in the list, which is Facebook. So let's run this program. So there you see Facebook. So if you pass -3, it returns the third item from the end of the list, which is Google. So let's run our program and we get Google. We can also use a colon to select a range of items. So if we pass 1 colon, this will get all the strings starting from the index position 1, which is Microsoft, to Facebook. So let's run this program. So you get this list of 4 items: Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook. So we can also pass the second index. Let's say 3. So this prints all the strings till the index of 3 but doesn't print the value at the index of 3. So when we run the program, we only see Microsoft and Google. And also we have the default values. If we leave out the end index, it will print all the strings from Microsoft to Facebook. So if we leave the start index, it will assume 0 as the start index. So it will return all the values in the list. So same as strings, these square brackets here don't modify our list. They simply return a new list. For example, if we pass 1 here, it returns a list of 4 items. So if we go back here and print companies, we can see that it is not affected. So we can also modify any of the items in the list. For example, let's say we want the last item to be Tesla and not Facebook. That is very easy. So we can access it using the index companies of 4 equals Tesla. And now let's print our list. So we can see the last item in our list is updated. So here is an exercise for you. I want you to write a program to find the longest string in the list. This is a fantastic exercise. So go ahead and spend some time. Then come back and continue watching. So we start by defining a variable called companies and set it to Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon and Tesla. Now we define another variable called max length. So max underscore length. Initially we set it to length of the companies of 0, which means we are setting it to the length of Apple. In the next line, for company in companies, here we are using a for loop. This for loop will iterate over this list of companies. In the next line, let's type if length of company is greater than the max length, then max length equals length of company. And then we store the result in a variable called result. So result equals company. And finally, we'll print the result. So let's run our program. So we get Microsoft. So that is it for this tutorial. Please support my hard work by liking this video and sharing it with others. Also leave a comment letting me know what more do you want to learn in this beginner series. And also subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you soon.